All right, Algebra 1. Algebra 1. We're at April 23rd. Should be the 23rd. We're doing Unit 5, Lessons 1, 2, 3, 4. What was Unit 5 about? It was the continuation of linear. So we should be doing the YouTube notes. What did I just say? 424. 424. All right, which of the following is a solution to this system? All right, option 1, you could just keep plugging them in, see which one works. That'll do it. But there's another option here, and I'm going to kind of introduce one of the methods that we learned. I'm just going to turn this around and put negative x plus 11. I'm going to turn that around. Keep the negative with the x, put the 11 there, and then could add these up. This was called the elimination method. So 2y equals 18. I'm adding y plus y, 2y, 7 plus 11, 18, then divide by 2. So I know that y is 9. So I'm going to look at all these answers, and there's the only one that has y equals 9. Okay, so that must be the answer. All right. The system below shows a solution when x is 1. What must be the second equation? See, we don't know what b is, but we know that x is 1. Let's plug that into the first equation here. So y equals 3 times 1 plus 5. That's going to give me 8. So y is 8. So now I come down here and go, all right, y is 8, and I know that x is 1. We can figure out what b is. So 8 equals negative 2 plus b. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. B must be 10. B must be 10. Choice 1. All right, which of these is the x value? Sometimes we ask for the y value. On this one, we want the x value. All right, so we could do the elimination method, but this looks like it's set up for that other method called substitution. So we're going to review both, but I'm going to take this, x minus 10, and replace that in here for y. Substitute it in. So 4x plus 2, I'm going to replace y with x minus 10, substitute, is equal to 22. Now you see I got all x's. I can solve for x. I'm going to distribute. So I get 2x minus 20 equals 22. I'm going to add 20 to both sides. So I get 42. And over here I got 6x. Divide by 6. I got x equals 7, and that's all I want. I want the x value. X is 7. Done. All right, done with our multiple choice. Let's move on. Explain how I know that 513 is a solution. How would I do this? I'm basically just going to check. I'm going to check 513. I'm going to check it in both of them. So first equation, 13 equals 4 times 5. Take away 7. I don't know. Let's see. That's 20. Take away 7. 20 take away 7 is 13. So I'll put a little check mark there, and now I'm going to check it again in the other equation. So I got 2x plus y equals 23. Putting the 5 in there for x, putting the 13 in here for y. I get 10 plus 13. Yep, 23 equals 23. So yes. So how do I know this works? It works in both. I check both. Checks in both. So it works. It's true in both. Okay. All right. Graphically, now I know if you don't have an ability to print this out, you just take a ruler, draw yourself some XY axis, and you try to sketch it out when you got to do the independent work. But we've got graph paper here. This one's easy to graph. Why? I got the slope, and I got the y-intercept. So I'm going to graph this one first. I'm going to start at 2, and I'm going to go down 1 over 2. Down 1 to the right 2. Down 1. Why am I going down? It's a negative slope. Down 1 to the right 2. Down 1 to the right 2. You can go the other way also. All right. So that was y equals 1/2 x, negative 1/2 x plus 2. This other one is not in a nice form that we like. So I'm going to get it look like that. I'm going to add 5x to both sides. What do I get? These don't go together. I get 5x minus 8. They don't go together. And then I'm going to divide everything here by 2. I'm distributing the 2. So what do I get? 5 halves x, 5 halves x, and then 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now it's ready to graph because there's my y-intercept. Here's my slope. So I'm going to start at negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 2. Boom. That's the point I'm looking for, by the way. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 2 more. That's enough. I think the rest are going to go off the graph paper. So here's the other line. And what are we looking for? We're looking for the solution. So the solution is over 2 up 1. That's my solution. Now how did I solve that? By graphing, which is a nice method. But most of Unit 5 was using the other methods. What are the other methods? Substitution, elimination. Those are the other two methods. So we did one of these already on the other side, but I'm going to do it again. So I got y is equal to this. Y is equal to negative 2x minus 10. So I'm going to substitute that in here to the second equation. So 2x plus 5, I'm going to substitute. I'm not going to put y. I'm going to put negative 2x minus 10 equals 6. So I got rid of my y. Everything's in terms of x. Distribute. I get negative 10x, negative 50 equals 6. These are like terms. That's going to give me negative 8x. I'm going to add 50 to both sides. Negative 8x equals 56. I divide by negative 8. I got x is equal to negative 7. All right. So now what? I got to get y also, because we're looking for the solution. I want this, what's the solution? So I know it's negative 7 comma blank. I got to fill in that value. So how do you get the other value? Either one of these. I'm going to take the first equation. All right, I'm going to plug my answer in there. Negative 2 times negative 7. A lot of negatives here. 2 negatives give me a positive 14. Take away 10 gives me 4. There's y. So where's the solution? Negative 7, 4. So that's called the substitution method. I personally like this method the best, elimination. Now, this is kind of a tough one because I wanted to show you a tough one first of all, but I would like to get rid of x or get rid of y, either x or y. Neither one is going to get eliminated very easily. So I think we're going to take this, let's go after x. 2 and 3, what's the smallest number that they go into, which is 6. So I want to make these both 6. I'm going to multiply this one by 3, so that'll become a 6. And this one I'm going to multiply by 2, but I'm going to make this one negative 2 because I want this to be negative 6, so they cancel and eliminate. All right, so what happens? Distribute 6x plus 15y equal to 15. Okay. Here I'm distributing through the negative 2. I get negative 6x. See, they're going to cancel. Negative 4y. And that turns into positive 18. Now, because I set it up nicely, when I add, these eliminate. I'm adding, that's 11y. And I'm adding this, that's 33. Divide by 11. I got y. Then go back and get x. How? Pick one of those first two equations. I'll do the first one. Doesn't matter. Pick one. Plug the 3 in there. So I get 5 times 3, which is 15. Take away 15. 2x is equal to negative 10. Divide by 2. X is negative 5. So what's my solution? Negative 5, 3. That's where they would meet. Negative 5, 3. See, but I'm finding it without graphing. Okay. So this last one's any method you want. I guess you could try and sketch out a piece of graph paper. Probably going to do substitution or elimination. I'm going to do another elimination because, like I said, I like that best. And I think we just need another example. This one's a little easier. See, I don't have to change the first one. If I just got a choice here, you can multiply through by -3 to get rid of y, or you can multiply by -2, which is what I'm going to do to get rid of x. One or the other. So the first equation, nothing happening. Second equation, -4x, -2y, -10. Make sure you distribute all the way through. Okay, what happens? I'm eliminating x. I end up with 1y, or just y, and over here I get 2. I'm almost done. See how fast that is? I got y. Let's take this second equation. Plug the 2 in there. 2x plus 2 equals 5. Subtract 2. 2x equals 3. Divide by 2. X is 3/2 or 1.5. I don't care. Either one of those. So where's my solution? I'll go with the decimal number. 1.5 places over and 2 places up. That would be where these two lines meet. Okay, so it's pretty quick and easy if you know how to do elimination. Substitution works too. Graphing kind of helps to have graph paper, and sometimes graphing can be very difficult. This would be tough to do with graphing. All right, so you should have another worksheet. It says independent work. A few multiple choice, then 4, 5. Again, if you can't print this out, just get a ruler, sketch it as best you can. 6 is substitution, elimination, and then your choice, just like we did your choice on the last one. All right, be safe. This was Crick Water Production coming at you again.